Welcome back to the Ringside Beer Show, episode 15. It's your boy Jason here with
Alex. Welcome back, guys. Thank you for checking us out. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And with that, let's start right into the episode.
Yeah, we're going to get right into some current events. So, looks like here Canelo is to fight Callum Smith for the title in December. Canelo Alvarez will meet Callum Smith to unify the WBA super middleweight titles in Texas in December. The targeted dates for the fight are December 18th, 19th, or 20th, and the venue is targeted for AT&T Stadium in Arlington or the Alamodome in San Antonio, Texas.
Texas is where it's popping.
Yeah, it really sounds like it's cracking out there right now.
Oh, it's cracking right now. I'm finally, so the last episode we talked about it, that he was potentially going to fight on those dates. Right. But now we have a potential venue. So yeah. That's exciting. That's exciting because AT&T Stadium is probably going to hold the McGregor versus Dustin card as well.
Yeah, it seems like AT&T Stadium is going to be a big moneymaker in the next upcoming months. I think the most exciting thing is that it's just kind of proving that it's going back to the model, like you said, where Canelo's going to adopt the Floyd Mayweather model and take it fight by fight. And, you know, each contract's going to be different and have its own. And I think that's definitely more appealing to him, the sport, just everything in general. It's kind of just allows everything to kind of be a little more fluid.
Yeah, can we just go to Texas, man? Can we just, like, move over there?
Hey, you know to take it up with my old lady, bro.
I mean, hey, can we just all move in together and be one happy family? Can we just do that, bro?
I mean, I'm pretty sure we could afford a big old spot out there.
Dude, on the lake?
With everybody's income, I think we can afford a mansion.
Seriously, man. Let's just split it. Can we have it the Ringside Beer Show house? Can we just have it?
Hey, you know what? Once this thing blows up, we're going to have a headquarters in Texas.
Oh, let's do it. Hey, Ringside Bear owners. That's an idea right there.
It's just an idea. We're just floating an idea, but also I just want to float this idea too. Have my little CCW, have a little something packing right there. Because if we're in Texas, boy, I'm using the law to my full extent.
Oh, you got to, man. You got to. You know what?
I just want to look like I fit in.
Oh, seriously, man, and it's a polite state when everyone's caring. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I think everybody's just a little bit more on their P's and Q's.
Seriously, be like, hey, do you want to start some stuff? Like, no,
rather not, because that guy's there's packing, that guy there's packing, and they're all for justice.
Yeah, so no, but that's exciting for Canelo, exciting for Triple G, who's also potentially fighting on the same card. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm trying to make it into fruition. So
yeah, we speak things into existence around here. So I do believe that is good for Triple G too. I think it's just more fluid on all parties, you know. It kind of allows them to be able to negotiate and not have to worry about, oh, you're mandatorily have to fight this person. You know, just, you know what I mean?
Let's just have it popping. Let's get it started, man. Well, continuing the more boxing news, we have Oscar de la Hoya on the Ryan Garcia fight versus Teofimo Lopez. Yeah. I can't wait to do the Teofimo Lopez in the future with Ryan Garcia. That's the fight to make. It's crazy because everyone is after Ryan Garcia. Imagine that. We can't wait to make those big fights happen.
Well, technically, sounds like you are waiting because you said you can't wait to do it in the future. So, let's get it done now, De La Hoya.
Dude, I think Lopez is just too big for him.
I mean, okay, so realistically, if we're being honest, right, this is not the fight to make right now. Look at them. They both just like two different size guys, right?
Weight classes, yeah. Different weight classes.
I do think that right now, just allow the Ryan Garcia hype and, you know, juice to percolate a little bit. Get it flowing. Have him fight some more guys. Set him up with some easy money. You know, Dinero Facil, man. Let's get this guy some good fights. Get him some knockouts, and then build up that hype. But until then,
well, we just gotta wait. Yeah. Well, the Oscar's trying to get some big fights going on, but we'll see.
That boy hurting for some bread.
Yeah. Then continue boxing. So this has been going back and forth. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. You know how Wilder said he lost because of the 40-pound vest outfit that he came out.
That was one of the excuses.
One of the many excuses. I'm like, come on, man. You chose that outfit. Didn't you try it on? Didn't you see how heavy it was?
Yeah, I'm not falling for it.
I don't think so either.
It's just no justification.
Tyson Fury is the more technical fighter. Let's be real. Deontay Wilder just has that one punch knockout. Let's be real. He only has that chance of winning most of his fights.
Kind of spoils the trilogies, if you ask me, because then that's just like, just take your loss, man, and then just not settle for, you know, being okay with it. I mean, don't say that there's controversy or whatever. If there was, whatever. Bite down in the mouth guard, get through it. Go get your dub back. Yeah. That's more appealing to me. But Tyson Fury, on the status of the trilogy fight, looks like here he said, Deontay Wilder has tried to bring my character down with the bullshit, he said. If I was like the rest of the world, I'd probably sue him for defamation for about $100 million. But I'm not really interested in doing that type of thing. He'll never get a shot at me. Finished. Never, for what he said.
Ooh, but he has been running his mouth, like making so many reasons why he lost.
Yeah.
And the next post, he says that, he's like, I gave you 2 shots when I didn't have to, and it changed your life. And that's Deontay Wilder to Tyson Fury, which is kind of like...
It's somewhat of a legitimate response, but it almost feels like...
Well, he gave him the first shot, and Tyson Wilder was winning that fight all the way up until he got knocked out and then raised from the grave, apparently.
Right.
You know, like the Undertaker.
There's a lot of controversy.
And the second fight, Tyson Fury just outclassed him. So,
right.
I guess we could see a trilogy. I would watch it, but...
Yeah, right. I think if I'm trying to justify it here, it really doesn't make sense because at the end of the day, these fights had to happen. The Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, then you got to have the Joshua fight. You know, these are all fights that were and have to happen. So you didn't really give them those shots when in turn they were almost mandatory.
Well, Deontay Wilder was supposed to fight Anthony Joshua, but Anthony Joshua was kind of hesitant. And he chose to fight the Mexican guy. Why am I drawing a blank? The heavyset guy. Martin? Ruiz.
Andy Ruiz.
There we go. Thank you, Martin. And
shout out to Martin.
And then, he came up with the upset and beat Anthony Joshua. And I don't know why he didn't train for the second fight. Don't even get me started, but...
Yeah. My boy was living lavish, bro. He admitted he was like, I've never been a champion.
He had all the tacos. He had all the burgers up against that, going into that fight. Like,
I'm sure he had all the cervezas también, bro.
Dude, he was celebrating. He was like, oh, man, I got another fight with Anthony Joshua. All right, I should win this pretty easy.
That's a payday.
Dude, no. And so that kind of threw a wrench into the whole Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua fight. But, yeah, I mean, we're not going to get that. Maybe later in 2021, maybe.
Who really knows? With the state that boxing is in, just the sport in itself, we're really concerned with these big fights even happening. But with that being said, I'm just willing to sit back and kind of just laugh at it all because it really just kind of destroys the legacies of all these guys. It's not the Mike Tyson eras anymore. It's not the Holyfield eras anymore. It's not even the Floyd Mayweather eras anymore. It's just, I don't know.
It's trying to
pick...
It's
the excuse era.
It's the excuse era. Well, they're trying to come back with big fights, and I'm glad Canelo finally has one. Triple G's finally getting another fight. If they make that third one, I mean, that's good for boxing. They need big name fighters to
just
fight.
Something with that heavyweight division, man. Always got to be some issues going on.
We don't know. Hopefully that happens, but we'll see. But dude, this is not boxing news. This is not MMA news. This is just some general sports news.
This right here is my fiance's favorite news of all time.
This is for... Can we say her name?
Yeah, this is for Anna.
This is for Anna.
This is literally for Anna right here.
I didn't know if you want the,
It's all right, bro.
all the viewers to see that, but
it's all right. We don't mind the little eyes.
The Weeknd performing in Super Bowl halftime show. Obviously, if you're a Weeknd fan, you already know this, but for all of our sport fans and the Weeknd, hey, there you go.
I think this is pretty significant just because if you go back and look at the Weeknd over the beginning of his career and over time, this guy didn't even want to show his face. That was part of the myth, was no one knew what he looked like, but he sounded like an angel. But now that he's, out and he's, put his face out there and he's got all these hit albums and all these slappers, he got an invitation to be on the Super Bowl halftime show, and that's like something that only legends get to do. So big ups to you. I'll be tuning in for sure.
If I'm not mistaken, his album dropped at the middle, like at the start of the shutdown, like of the pandemic, right?
It did. It got me through. A little bit of uncertain times, man. When you don't know what you're going through, and you got music to comfort you. Yeah, the Weeknd was there for that.
Yeah, and honestly, it was such a great album. All right, still on the Weeknd. Have you seen his new music video?
Of course, bro.
Woo! I was like, dude, I'm surprised that's on. They let that out, like they.
It's 2020, bro. Everything flies.
But do you see do you see the dude just dancing like
yeah?
So like, what am I watching? My sister-in-law showed me the video because she's like, "Oh, have you seen the new Weeknd video?" I was like, "No, I haven't." So she shows me it, and I'm like, "What the heck am I watching over here? This is some
it's intense, man. It's intense."
And then the girls. Clap, baby, clap. I was like, what's going on over here? That's the best I could describe it without going too crazy.
That's how we keep it PG. Some clapping.
That's some clapping. People are sitting.
Some sitting. Some singing.
It's intense. If you have not seen it, watch it. It's his latest video.
What's not for the weak stomach. No, just kidding.
Or I mean, it's also closer to the rated R pushing it. I would say it's playing with fire. Let's just say that with the rated R.
I'll say
on that.
Yeah, definitely rated R.
So what's the song called?
Don't put me on the spot, bro.
Oh, it's one of his latest songs. You don't even gotta look it up, bro.
Yeah, don't put me on the spot. Yeah. My phone's on Do Not Disturb.
All right, well, back onto MMA news. We have Fabricio Verdum has signed a deal to compete in PFL's 2021 season. Says a major reason is to appeal to him is he wants to fight 4 or 5 times next year. Now, I feel like if he goes over there, he can do that. I don't think he can do that in the UFC with that high level of competition.
Right. It's just no way. Right.
Did he win his last fight?
I want to say he did. I'm not entirely sure.
He won by submission, didn't he?
I believe so.
But
no, this is a good move for him. So this is one of the things that I kind of refer back to in the previous podcast where I like seeing these guys go out on some wins. And I think this is good for him because he's going to take a step down in the competition rating. It's a little less difficult for him to be more successful. That's with all due respect to all the PFL fighters. I mean, we're talking about Fabricio Verdum, one of former champion in multiple promotions. So at the end of the day, I really do think that that's something that is a good thing for him.
Yeah. So did he win, Martin?
Gustafsson. Oh my God, that's a good win too. Okay, yeah. So in January, so this is just recent.
Yeah.
This is a good move for him. He's gonna go over there and he's gonna look like a stud.
Yeah. Thank you, Martin, for checking.
My boy's going the extra mile. That's why we keep you here, bro.
There we go. Thank you, Martin. All right. What do we got next?
We got Rafael dos Anjos on the whole lightweight division mess. So what it looks like here in quotations, Khabib left and the division is wide open. Tony Ferguson was interim champion. Dustin Poirier, interim champion. Justin Gaethje, interim champion. The only champions in that division was me and Conor McGregor. I think it's the right fight to make.
Now,
I disagree.
Now, Conor McGregor replied saying, Dustin first, but I'm down for it all. Throwback to this classic, LOL. Look at Dana, haha. Vintage MMA entertainment, El Champ. Chap, like El Chapo. But
he wish, bro. He wish.
So I saw this leading up to this weekend's event, and Rafael dos Anjos. I'm like, I kind of feel like he missed out on the boat. Like, can you imagine if they would have fought? Conor wouldn't have the Floyd fight. He wouldn't have the McGregor trilogy, or the not the trilogy, the second fight. You wouldn't have had a lot of big fights. The Khabib fight wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, he did miss out on the momentum starter. Yeah. It seemed like RDA was just a little bit off that train, a little bit behind.
Yeah.
Now he's trying to play catch up.
Yeah, and I think I wouldn't want to see it, to be honest. So
no, at this point, no. RDA looked really good. Don't get me wrong. We'll get into that. But at this point, no, that's not something that's, one, that Conor needs to do. 2, that's not something that us as fight fans really want to see. And 3, it doesn't really do anything for that division. Now, I do like the fact that he tried to justify it by saying there were some interim champions and there was only 2 legitimate champions. But, brother, he was a champion a long time ago.
Yeah. And, that is a good point. But, the other champions, take a fight with Tony Ferguson. Take a fight with Justin Gaethje. Take a fight with Dustin Poirier. There's other people in line than McGregor. McGregor's going to do the big money fights, obviously.
Yeah, but everybody's trying to break out the red panties.
Oh, yeah, and we'll get into that one later, too.
I just want to keep that fresh on the viewers' minds.
Yes. All right, go ahead, man.
We probably shouldn't keep that on the viewers' minds. I apologize.
You guys will know in a couple minutes what we're talking about, so go ahead, man. What do we got here?
Oh, man, it looks like Conor McGregor got his Instagram fingers working again, so it looks like here he says, I am very grateful to be about to return and get to do what I love again. I look forward to the fresh test Dustin will bring since our first bout, also while showcasing my own incredibly deep cachet of weaponry. Whatever tool is needed on the night will be pulled from the duffel. I'm also really excited about Aiden Dustin's charity, the Good Fight Foundation, which through the donation will build a gym premise for disadvantaged youth in his childhood hometown. I truly love this and pledge to match the donation on a premise of my own childhood hometown. Both spots will be an ode to the upcoming bout. Excellent stuff. See you guys soon.
Now
what a guy.
I like seeing this, man. I like seeing that it's going to be a big fight, but it's also going to a good cause. And I believe Conor McGregor also donates to first responders.
Yes.
Yes. So
the proper 12.
And Conor McGregor, if I'm not mistaken, he also said he was going to donate to Dustin Poirier's foundation. So that's all good news for everybody. And there's no bad blood on this one, you know?
No, absolutely not. And I think this is just good for Conor's overall perception, right? It's kind of hard for people to really love it when you got this confidence, but you're not really in there fighting and you're not in there winning, right? I think I was a victim of that, prior to all of these fights, negotiations going on. I was really, hey Conor, we're pissed off, bro. We want you in there. We want you in there. We know there's no fans in the stands, but come on, bro. We want to see you fight. You're doing a lot of talking, and we know you could back it up, but we just want to see it. So, that's where it got a little difficult. But now it seems to be like this is a legitimate fight that's percolating. I remember when the Cowboy fight was in talks and it was real percolating. It had this same kind of feel where it's like it did take a little bit of time to get some traction going in the contract and everything, but once it was done, it was just like whew, boom, it just happened quick, and 45 seconds later
it was over. So
it was over.
But we got some McGregor versus Poirier update. The talks to finalize Conor McGregor's participation in the January 23rd fight versus Dustin Poirier are moving in the right direction, sources say, but not yet done. And this is from Ariel Hawani.
So how much more movement do we have? That's the real question.
If I believe,
what's the
Dustin Poirier has already signed it, because he was saying like, "Oh, send me the correct contract." I guess there were some stipulations there, but on Conor McGregor's end, I'm guaranteed he's probably going to be a sponsor. There's that talk.
Yeah, you got to have the proper 12 somewhere around in the ring.
Yeah, so this for Conor McGregor, there's a lot more business than just signing a contract. There's a lot more things that have to happen behind the scenes. He has his Mac Life stuff, his proper 12 stuff. So I'm pretty sure there's other contracts other than just the fighting stuff.
All we're asking is for that on one simple piece of paper. That's it. Just this right here.
You can put it on a check and send it to me, man. Just put it on a blank check.
Hey, once again, just that on a piece of paper. It could be that. It could be the fight bout. Whatever you'd like to do, brother. You got options. But, that's all we're asking.
Well, so let's go on to some Conor McGregor, Paige Van Zandt drama. And this is about the show. I guarantee no other MMA shows are probably going to cover this. But we like the drama, and we're going to share it.
This is for sure going to be some drama.
Now, Conor McGregor liked this post from Paige Van Zandt, and look at that photo. My co-host, Justin, look at that.
I'm looking.
Looking in like an...
I didn't say that.
Just kidding, get it. But yeah, so I thought it was pretty... Well, I thought it was a pretty cool graphic, and it said bad bitch on the top left, and there's a double exposure, so there's like two images. One's pretty nice in the front, another one's nice on the back too, a little bit blurred out. But yeah, it was like pretty cool graphic.
If I may interject here,
go for it. Let's see.
If we're just speaking specifically on the artwork.
Yeah, speak on the artwork, my brother. Speak on the artwork.
It's great art. That's all I gotta say.
Look at that.
Great. Look at the color.
Look at the colors. What colors you like, man?
I like the purple in the background. As per se, the
I don't even see no purple, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, bro, you gotta start. What I'm saying, just raise the eyes a little higher in the back right there. You see the purple? You'll see it eventually. It'll pop out to you. But I just like the color contrast.
Oh yeah.
It's just a nice piece of art.
Yeah, it's a nice piece of art. Yes, it is. And Conor McGregor also like that fine piece of art right there. And Paige Van Zandt's husband says, Conor really about to risk it all, huh? Look at that.
Yeah, that's yeah. Go ahead and go to the next one there. Yeah. So so it looks like Austin responds as well. I believe this is on Twitter.
Yeah.
But he goes, oh fuck, any suggestion on what I do?
Yeah, and that was in reply to someone saying, watch out,
Yeah, so this is pretty funny. So somebody else responded to that, and they said, break out the red panties. You're going to be rich. Also a stepdad.
Ooh, the drama. I like it. This is like my housewives of MMA.
Yeah, housewives of the UFC.
Now, Austin also posted a picture and says, and I literally just bought this yesterday. He put a crying emoji and then next to it says shame with his proper 12. He got the big bottle, bro.
Yeah, see, that's the kind of bottle I need right now.
He's like, dang, I just bought this.
Well, you can still drink it. You don't have to necessarily throw it all away. You paid good money.
Yeah.
You don't have to say good things about it, but you can still drink it. You could
pop it open, win, and if they ever have a fight, that would be a nice fight. But Paige Van Zandt with the sick comeback, she just drops the red panty night comment. That's it.
That's hilarious. Now that's hilarious because she's one to obviously break out the red panties in the previous photo there. So it's just I think she's playing along with it. She's building up the hype. This is just hilarious, and I know I'm about to get into some trouble, but it's all right. You want to know why? Because we did it for you guys.
Yeah, we did it.
We do it for the viewers. All right, we do
it for the viewers.
I'm willing to be a little risky for the viewers. Okay?
One more time for viewers. Can you pop that image right back? Oh, look at that. Look at that artwork. Okay, I see.
She's buff, bro. Look at that buff arm. Hold.
Oh, what? Which one?
Both. You can tell she lifts weights.
Yeah, you can tell she works out, bro.
Yeah, you can tell she works out.
Yeah,
bro.
so awesome picture page, creating all this drama.
So if we may, we're gonna get a shout out to our sponsors really quick. So Ringside Beer, since 2012, committed to bringing fight fans quality lagers and ales. Ringside Beer is proud to offer fresh beer in both 16-ounce cans and on draft. Look for our flagship American-style lager, Irish-style red ale, or any of our other beers in your area. Shop at ringsidebeerstore.com for T-shirts, hats, and tap handles. Get in touch at ringsidebeer.com. Get in the ring. Be ringside. Ringside Beer.
Dun, 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 dun.
Sup with it.
All right, man. Well, let's go into the fight recaps. And this weekend we had Felder stepping in on 5 days' notice versus Rafael dos Anjos. Before that fight, before we talk about that fight, let's go into the only knockout of the night.
Correct.
So this was, who was this? This was
Chaos Williams.
Yes.
And this is his response on his 30-second knockout at UFC Fight Night 182. So in quotations, I've been waiting to get on TV and do this. If the people keep sleeping on me, then the doctor's going to keep waking them up.
Now that is some real talk right there, because it only took one punch for him to knock out his opponent.
Yeah.
And did you see how I almost felt like he picked him up with that punch? It was a straight right, but
there was some air getting got.
Yeah, his opponent was going to do a leg kick or something, and then that shot landed and knocked him out in the air. And I felt bad for his opponent because he smacked his head right on the canvas. Yeah, and he was out cold.
Yeah, that was a bad shot, man. The force behind that, I mean, I want to see that on the Sports Science show. You ever remember that Sports Science show?
No.
Okay, there's a Sports Science show on ESPN way back in the day where they'll break down like how fast a baseball was hit or how fast a football is thrown and what, the science behind it. I'd like to see the force behind that punch because that was insane.
That was vicious, but it was a perfectly placed punch, I think, like right in the mouth, like right where the jaw's at, like right underneath here.
That's an off button right there.
That right there behind the temple right here. Oh, those are both.
That's another one. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
don't tell the people too many, bro.
Yeah,
just in case.
Those are just the only two I know then. But dude, congratulations, man. I hope he gets a quick turnaround though.
Yeah, this is what we like to see when these guys are on heaters and they're throwing these blows. Put them right back in there. Keep them hot. Keep them on fire. Build up that momentum. Get these guys to the top.
Yeah, seriously, man. And then off to the main event, which was Rafael dos Anjos versus Paul Felder. And congratulations to Paul Felder for stepping out on 5 days' notice. Obviously, it's going to be a big task. I picked you to win, but then Jason also picked you. So we're like, all right, we already knew what was going to happen there. Yep. So
yeah. Well, I'd like to say congratulations to Paul Felder on getting the mojo back. Yeah. That was one thing that he said is that he got the juice back. He feels motivated again. He was, turned off. And you could see the emotions going into the fight week. I don't know if that played a big part into, how he fought and everything. But, with all that being said, we just want to congratulate you on everything that you have done, your accomplishments. You're a GOAT. I want to give you the rose while you're still here. Yep. You're awesome, man. You're one of my favorite fighters, and I got so excited to hear that you weren't going to retire. That just,
Yeah, and plus he's still doing good. He was ranked number 7. He gave Rafael Dos Anjos a chance when he was ranked 15th, 14th.
Right, and also if you refer back to the Dan Hooker fight, that was a pretty close fight that some would say went in Paul Felder's way.
Yes, correct.
So he's not too far off from being right there. And the thing is, on a 5-day notice, 3 of those days you're making a weight cut from 180 something pounds. I mean, that's tough, man. So I would like to see against a full camp if you would be able to do the same. Now, more than likely, RDA is that kind of fighter where he has the tools to take down a Paul Felder. I think, 9 out of 10 times it probably will go in RDA's favor. But with that being said, I love Paul Felder, man. What a stud.
Yeah, and congratulations to Rafael Dos Anjos on obviously the winning the fight. But
it was a big task.
It was a big task, but I felt like, all right, going into the 4th round, that's when Paul Felder was kind of coming back, and then Rafael just took him down, put him up against the cage, and kind of just had him in the clinch and wrestled. So he did the right thing to win the fight.
Yeah,
but I felt like he could have got a big knockout or done something else where it would have probably catapulted him to have those title fight talks, or at least
I think
number 1 contender talks.
I think, yes, I understand where you're coming from, where that will justify him being in that spot to contend.
Yeah.
But since it didn't happen like that, now it's more like, okay, well, since you didn't finish him in that fashion, you finished him the way you're supposed. I mean, like, to how to win the fight, but in all honesty, it wasn't something that we all were wooed about. It didn't take us off our seats. So I understand where it's like, okay, now you don't necessarily get that title contention. You have to get another fight.
Yeah, you have to get if
fights.
I would say 1 or 2 more fights at least.
I would say at least 2.
Yeah,
at least.
And then you can, because this is probably gonna be by the end of the next year. So because you still have Conor
McGregor,
McGregor,
have to fight
Dustin
like
Poirier,
Dan Hooker. He may have to fight. Yep, exactly. And there's still Michael Chandler up there, Tony Ferguson. Good luck, bro.
Yeah.
Good luck. I mean, congratulations on the fight, but you got a tough test ahead of you.
And you got a lot of people waiting in line for that number 1 spot as well. So
you're waiting to sit around and, do the hard work. By all means, earn that. But, you don't deserve a title shot just because you were a champion in that division and Conor was a champion. Because in all honesty, Conor doesn't deserve the title shot.
No.
We all said what I like. I want to see Dustin versus Justin, Conor versus Tony.
But Conor,
Dan Hooker, Michael Chandler, let's get it done.
Conor's the big money man, so money talks. So.
That's all I hear, bro. That's all I hear.
All right, what else we got? We got fight announcements, and this one's going to be a fun one right here. 2 legends in the sport, Carlos Condit versus Matt Brown for the just a welterweight bout in January 30th.
This is a trilogy as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think they fought 2 times prior, right?
Did they?
I believe so. If I'm not mistaken, I think they're running it back for the 3rd time. I could be mistaken. We're having Martin fact check that right now as we speak. But with that being said, Carlos Condit goes through these waves where he's good, and you can see he might be trending towards being, a contender, and then takes some bad shots and takes some bad fights, and boom, boom. It's just a little bit of a roller coaster. Matt Brown is consistently just somebody that goes in there, and you're going to have to earn that win against him.
Well, both of them, but they both, what was that? They never fought, right?
They never fought. So is this
is their first fight, yeah. So, and I like this fight for both of them because they come from the same era of MMA.
I believe I read something where they may have tried to book this fight, and this is the 3rd time.
That could have happened. It could have happened.
Oh, yes. Carlos Condit? Yeah, did tear his ACL.
Martin says Carlos Condit had an ACL injury and could not fight Matt Brown the first time. So
that's where I'm getting it. So I apologize, and I'm so glad we got Martin out here fact-checking. Brown got the ACL.
Okay, Brown got the ACL.
Thank you, Martin. They both get hurt.
All right,
more than often. But, yeah, this is going to be a slugfest for sure. Both of them like to show a little blood, and I can't wait.
Yeah, that's going to be an exciting fight for the fans.
Yeah, it looks like the same night here, too. It looks like we got Gastelum versus Hyenesh. Now, this guy, Hyenesh, is a stud, man. He can throw some blows. He's a striker, too. I remember watching a couple fights of his. And Gastelum has something to prove. He's got to win fights, and he's got to win them in some good fashion if he wants to start bouncing back to the top. If not, he may have to drop down to welterweight.
No. Well, he the reason why he moved up is because he couldn't make the weight cuts anymore. So I believe Dana White was like, no, you got to move up weight classes because you keep on missing weight.
If he loses, then this is not good, man.
No, but was his last fight, Kevin Gastelum's last fight, Israel Adesanya? Was that his last fight?
No, I think he took a fight after that one, Gastelum. I feel like it was like Volkov.
Was it Volkov or not Rocket, right?
It might have been Rocket. It was one of those two cats. We're having Martin check right. Hermanson.
And did he lose
this
that
was
one?
Just recently, though.
And he lost that, yeah. So he's on a 2 losing streak right now.
And then before that was Volkov,
3 losing
right?
streak, yeah. So Martin just said he lost to Adesanya, Hermanson, and Till. And Darren Till. So, yeah, this is the
you win or you're out.
Yeah, this is a must-win.
Because we all know how the UFC rolls, bro. You can't lose 4 fights in a row.
No. Unless you're Donald Cerrone or, shoot.
I don't know if Donald Cerrone's been on a 4-fight lose streak.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah?
Yeah. That boy's been losing.
On a 4-fight lose streak?
I'm pretty sure Donald Cerrone has lost about 4 fights, straight fights.
Damn.
All right, his last fight was with Nico Price, and they had a majority draw. But
doesn't count as a loss.
Yeah, but let's come on. Let's be real, man.
Hey, I'm just saying, there's rules we got to stick by.
Yeah. Well, all right, man.
Speaking of Volkov, looks like here he took a fight in February 6th against Alistair Overeem. This is pretty sick. So this is going to be a fight in the heavyweight division. Looks like Overeem's going to be trending upwards towards trying to fight back for that belt, and Volkov wants a shot. So he's got to start taking out guys like this. I don't know. I feel like Overeem's going to win this fight. I just have a feeling that he's just going to be the better striker.
Martin's laughing at me.
Yeah, we got Martin smiling.
I was gonna pick Overeem, and then I heard you picking him. I was like, oh shit, Volkov is gonna win that for sure. Boy, now
I'm saying, I'm just saying, let's just speak it into existence. I pick Overeem.
Well, Overeem said this was going to be his last run for the title, so I'm hoping he wins.
If he loses, that's it then.
But the MMA gods, for some reason, don't like you winning, man. So let's say Volkov wins that one.
Yeah, they don't. They just want to see everybody else make some money.
Oh, dude, look at that. Rocket versus Santos. Speaking of the devil, man.
Yeah, it's like we seen these names earlier or something.
I know, right? Like we saw that. Light heavyweight on March 6th. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. So I like this fight. This is big for Santos. He needs to start winning. He needs to start knocking some fools out. Also, the light heavyweight division is still kind of open, so at this point, I would like to see who comes out as the winner in this fight, and then Santos hopefully does, and he could trend back up.
Now, Santos, this kind of benefits Santos because he's going to fight a striker. And
right, so it's going to allow him to be able to do his game a little bit better.
Exactly. Or he's going to be able to implement those shots, those kicks. Now, hopefully it doesn't become a wrestling match after this. Because when two strikers are really, really good at what they do, they eventually just abandon that and just do a wrestling match.
Yeah.
Or a jiu-jitsu match,
Yep.
So hopefully it doesn't become that, but hopefully it's a striking clinic and we can all the fans have some fun with that,
Yeah, no, this is there's potential there, so let's see it happen. Just throw the blows,
Yeah, man. Well, sure. We got this weekend UFC 255 Figueroa versus Perez. Sorry.
Yeah, this is exciting. I like to see Figueiredo defend his belt. I want to see how long he could hold on to that flyweight belt. I mean, I know there's not too many contenders, but this is what I would like to see from him. I'd like to see him hold down that belt for a little bit and then move up to 35 and start taking on some contenders up there. Because at this point, there's no real big names in that division. So build up the resume, build up that legacy, build up some, easy fights, and then go try to take on something bigger.
Yeah, Alex Perez came from the Dana White's Contender Series. And he's been looking good, man. So,
yeah, I've been watching a lot of the. Oh my goodness,
the countdowns.
Yes, exactly, and a lot of just the stuff that they're putting out on YouTube. And there's a lot of momentum with Perez. There's a lot of eyes on him. They expect him to do pretty well, and for him to get a title shot this quick and this fast, and from where he came from. The Contender Series. This is an awesome thing to see. So hopefully he can shake up that division a little bit.
Hold on, he's Alex Perez is ranked number 4 in that division. Didn't he just get out of Dana White Contender Series just goes at the beginning of this year?
It just goes to show you how empty that flyweight division is, and in all honesty, now would be the time to probably
cut it. Well, if Figueroa goes up in weight class, that'll be good for him. But we want to see him defend that belt a few times.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind seeing these fights, but once again, they have to be entertaining, because the only reason why it even stayed around was because Triple C kept it entertaining.
Cringy entertaining.
Cringy. Whether we liked it or not, it was cringe as F, but we still watched,
Yeah. And then with the co-main event, we have Valentina Shevchenko versus Jennifer Maia.
Yeah, no, this is a good fight, too. This is definitely a test for Shevchenko. I don't think it's like a most important test. It's probably an elementary test.
You know what? I've been following MMA for a while, and this is the first time I've heard of Jennifer, to be honest. So
I've seen her fight.
You seen her fight?
On the UFC, yes, prior to any of these cards. But I don't think she's necessarily on the same skill level as Shevchenko. So it makes it really difficult for me to try to sell the pitch here. But with that being said, look, she's buff, man. She got some cannons. Hopefully she's strong. Hopefully she can catch Shevchenko.
Oh, she just beat Calderwood?
She did. Looks like by a submission in the first round, too. Quick.
Wow. And then she lost to
Kukagan.
And
she beat Roxanne Modafferi.
Roxanne. Dude, she's one of my favorites. She's one of my favorite veterans, Roxanne.
She's cool, man. She comes out with the Goku Super Saiyan hair and stuff.
Yeah.
It's lit.
So she's like a hit and miss. Like she'll win some,
she's a hit and miss.
Win some, lose some.
Wow, and she gets a title shot.
Yeah.
Just goes to show you once again, that division is so empty, too.
Well, Shevchenko has been running through those girls.
Feel bad for Shevchenko, man. She's got to start doing something that tests herself a little more. But she's doing the same thing that I just said Figueiredo should do, which is just, keep getting the notches on the belt, keep getting those red rubies put in, which is cool. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. And especially in the women's division, she has the potential to be the women's GOAT. She can just keep winning. I understand. Me personally, I want to see you go out and just keep knocking off these, just these things that people don't expect you to do. Go out and beat Amanda Nunes at 45. Beat her at 35.
What if she went down in weight class and fought for that belt with
Zhang Wei Li?
Zhang Wei Li.
That makes me salivate, bro, because that's actually a legitimate question.
That's a fun fight right there.
Yeah, we've already seen her fight Nunes a couple times.
But those were close fights. It could have gone to Shevchenko easily. So I would like to see that trilogy, or see Valentina go down a weight class and try to get that belt as well.
It's tough, man, because I want to see Zhang Wei Li fight a little more often. I know this is in the middle of a pandemic, but at the end of the day, she doesn't fight as much as I would like to see. I want to see her more active. She did go through a freaking war though with Joanna.
Yeah, where is She's the first China champion, correct?
Correct.
So is it still locked down? I'm clueless when it comes to that right now.
I really don't know, but I remember seeing videos while we were in the beginning of our lockdown where they had Wuhan, where the source of the pandemic came from. They had a whole freaking rave going on, bro. No masks.
Yeah, that was like a couple months ago. They were they were partying like nobody's business.
Yeah, so. I don't know if they went back through the. I don't know. No clue. I barely pay attention to what's going on around here because it's just too much. Your boy ain't got the time. More focused on some fights.
Yeah.
But with that being, with all that, I'm pretty sure if there's a will, there's a way. Abu Dhabi, you can get her to Abu Dhabi.
Oh, easily. Fight Island, have that fight.
So, and they're going back. So
champ versus champ, that'd be a fun fight. What else we got here? We got Mike Perry versus Tim Means.
Yeah, now this was the fight where Robbie Lawler was supposed to fight, but he had to pull due to injury. So Mike Perry is still fighting against Tim Means, and it's pretty crazy because he's lucky he's even getting a fight. I remember Dana White explaining, some things that he's been going through, and that he had to pretty much prove that he was, not a liability.
Mike Perry?
Yeah. And so, hopefully he's gotten past the issues and is now, ready to put some heads on some pedestals and get to that belt, man.
Dude, if I'm not mistaken, he does not have a coach. He does not have a corner.
He has a corner.
His girlfriend.
His baby mama.
Who is pregnant. Who is pregnant and is going to be cornering him. And that's all he's like, that's all I need. I need someone to stop the bleeding and give me some water, and that's it.
I respect it. I wouldn't get down that way.
Well, I don't know.
That's why, I mean, trust me, bro, a lot of fighters feel that way about themselves, but that's why you got to have somebody in there to protect you from you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Caitlin Kukagan is fighting
versus Calvillo.
Cynthia Calvillo. That was going to be a fun fight right there.
I'm excited for this fight because I'm a big Calvillo fan.
Shogun's still fighting?
Shogun is still fighting.
Well, he's the start of the pay-per-view.
He's still ranked, too, man.
Against Paul Craig, who's ranked number 15 in the light heavyweight.
I've seen that guy fight as well. He has a gnarly beard. That is beard goals.
Yeah. Who's on the prelims? Martin?
We're going to put Martin to work.
Yeah, we're putting Martin to work.
All right. Brandon Moreno. Okay, so that's cool.
Oh, that one's
versus
going to be
Royval. That one's going to be a cool little banger.
Yes.
Cool little banger. Joaquin Buckley, my boy with that sick-ass knockout. Going to be fighting Jordan Wright. He's a stud, too. Man, this is pretty good.
Oh, this is going to be a stacked card.
Antonina Shevchenko, Valentina's little sister, versus my Woman Crush Wednesday, Ariane Lipsky.
Oh, yeah.
Go check her out on Instagram.
Daniel Rodriguez.
My boy. Versus Nicolas Dalby.
He's also coming from the Dana White's Contender Series.
Yeah.
Did pretty well. And then Alan Jouban.
He's in the early prelims, bro. It just goes to show you how stacked this card is, dude.
Wow. And he's, I wouldn't say veteran, but he's...
Seasoned.
There we go.
Yeah, he's
That's a great word for it. So, and he also has a podcast with, what's her name? KB Heat? Kira Bryant, the commentator.
Does he?
Yeah, it's called the Heat Podcast. And I met, when was it? When we went to the Conor McGregor Mayweather press conference in Los Angeles, I met her husband. Super cool dude. Super nice. Kira Bryant's husband. I gave him one of our flyers. And we're like, hey, man, here.
Check it out. AlexMurilloArt.com.
There we go. And super nice guy. I mean, I'm like, yo, come on, hook it up. Give me inside.
Hey, let's just do a little communication. Shoot an email.
But yeah, man.
Shoot a DM.
Well, that's this weekend, guys. That's UFC 255. And are you excited for it or what?
Oh, bro. Okay. Well, I didn't know where you were going. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. So this is the only plans I have for the weekend. Besides hanging out with my boy Martin. Other than that.
Yeah, man. We're pumped for it. We should all just get together and watch this one.
Yeah, let's make it a plan.
Let's make it a plan, all right?
Let's do it. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, plan set. With that being said, guys, we want to thank you for listening to another episode of the Ringside Beers Show.
Before you send them off, please like, subscribe, share, set up notifications, drop a comment, say what up to Martin, do what you got to do. Please, we just want you guys to participate. We're looking forward to hearing the feedback from you guys. Even let us know how you felt about the show. That's even cool too. You know, we just want to talk to you guys.
Yep. And remember, guys, every Tuesday we upload a new episode, so turn on notifications for that so you guys get the episode right when it's uploaded. So,
and just in case you forget, we're going to remind you.
Oh, yeah, we will. All right, with that being said, guys, remember, be ringside.
Be ringside.
Later, my dudes. Bye.